Bow, the Planet Hank Live Show, the absolute greatest podcast in all of the land, the very best recap show for the very best news source in and around the Vermont area and everywhere else. Everybody's tuning in these days. We've been blowing up on X. Make sure you follow us on X and YouTube and everywhere else that we go live. Let me go ahead and set the mood a little bit. No, not that. There we go. We're setting the mood. Thursday night. This show is going to be an absolute banger tonight. You're going to love this one. We're going to be talking about a number of different things. We're going to be talking about a bail situation here in the state of Vermont that went down last night. I just posted the video on social media. Everybody can go ahead and check that out. We're going to be discussing some of the ins and outs of bail in the state and how bounty hunting works. We're going to talk about the divide in Vermont with politics between the left and the right. Some of the things we're seeing play out in the streets. We're going to be talking about the No Kings protest, and I have an amazing video put together for you guys to watch. You are going to shit your pants when you see this video. And we're going to be talking about Trump versus Iran and what the hell's been going on over that way and what we can expect moving forward. If you're watching over an X, please retweet the live stream, put some comments in there, let everybody know you're there. If you're watching on YouTube, donate some money. And now, we are no longer banned from going live on Facebook. They banned me for a month because of my damn clip about Howie smoking crack in episode 1. They got mad and said, you can't go live for a whole month. He said, Facebook is back. Holly says, you go, Hank. Blair hit me with a $50 super sticker. That's what I'm talking about right there. Y'all need to step up your game and catch up with Blair. $50. That's what's up. Johnny Ray Day. If you've been over on Facebook and you're like, where's Hank been? Bro, we've been blowing up on X. Last show, we had 350 live viewers over on X. Views are exploding. Followers are filing in. Things are finally going the way they're supposed to be going. So I'm going to do the most important part right now. I'm going to share this up into my story. We are live, and that's going on to my Facebook story, my Instagram story. Boom. Blaine, what up? Rose, what up? Kristen, what up? Scott, what up? Let me go ahead and share this into some of the very best groups in the area, and I'm going to write like this. Hashtag Brattleboro News. Recap show. Man, I just posted a video about this bail situation that went down last night. Down on Flat Street, the best street in all of Brattleboro that has all the pit dwellers walking around. Everybody's out there. The summer's here. I'm sharing this up. I'm sharing it into the MAGA Vermont group, the New Pain Vermont group, Mass MMA, Trump Daily Report, Caught on Camera, President Donald Trump, Trump, the Golden Age, Scanner Gossip. We're changing up where we share some of these. Keen Connections, let's go. Donald Trump, MAGA, Red Wave. Trump is your daddy. I think we can start to see a trend. We need a group that's called Trump is Your King. Let me tag some people in here. Let them know that we're going live. Let me do what the other thing that I need to do is add another song. Like, are you kidding me? Let's go. Ernie says, that's the craziest street in this town. 100%. Holly says, Keen Sentinel. Yeah. Says the new video is lit. Oh, I forgot my water bottle in the freezer. Hold on a second, y'all. So let me tell you like this. We had a wonderful show last week. We covered all kinds of topics. People are filing into X right now. On the Brattleboro News Recap Show, what do? We play the very best news videos from the area. And I have an amazing video for you guys. I'm absolutely so proud of this video that I'm about to post for you. We are live on X. I'm letting some time pass because these people right here on X, they take a second to pop in, but when they do, they put Facebook to shame. Holly says, I have a new one, Mixley. Brattleboro versus Fort Lauderdale, what happens, Hank? I feel like if you cut it down to per capita, okay, feel me out, per capita, which Brattleboro is very small and in a very centralized area, I feel like Brattleboro's taking out Fort Lauderdale. Per capita. Hashtag Hank. Put them up there. Hashtag Team Hanks. Karen says, what happened? He says, Brattleboro wins per capita. Okay, so people are already starting to ask me, we got to get down to business here. What's going on? So last night, we had my man, Jamie Zargo. Someone tag him up. Someone tag up my man, Jamie Zargo, in the chat. Okay, let me do it. I'll do it. He was down on Flat Street carrying out, and if you don't know, Jamie Zargo owns AAA bail bonds, okay? He's pretty much the only bail bondsman around. The man is out there putting the work in. Jay Gargo says, there's more shooters per square mile, Fort Lauderdale. He says, Miami wins per capita. So Jamie was out there last night, and I call him Phil Patone. Man, skipped bail, did all that. And I've got a very important news video that I can show you. And I love showing this because on the Brattleboro News Recap Show, what do? We play a video. We allow you guys to watch it in its full capacity. And then we go ahead and make comments about what's going on. So here it is. Brattleboro News Recap Show. Jamie Zargo's handiwork.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, bringing you the latest from our community. Today's story unfolds on Flat Street, where Jamie Zargo's AAA bail bonds was on the hunt for Phil Patone, a suspect who skipped his court date and violated his bail agreement. Bail recovery agents tracked Patone to the Do It Block building on Flat Street. Brattleboro police confirmed an active $25,000 warrant for Patone's arrest, tied to charges including cocaine possession, driving under suspension, fentanyl trafficking, committing a crime with a weapon, and violating conditions of release. Agents and officers surrounded the building, knocking on the apartment door and consulting with the building owner where Patone was hiding.
Liar, let's go.
And fucking show up.
Yeah, you're a mouse. I'm the hide and seek champ, brother. You don't hide from me. Let me know. Let me
You
get
go
crap.
to the end of the earth to get somebody.
You got the blues in it?
Yep.
Pop that.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Then I fucking,
Dude, you
I
ain't
know
getting
you want
shit
it,
from
you
me,
hate
man.
me.
Yeah, you're right. Get in the car, man. You
We're
just
just
going
in
now.
long, yes.
Can I talk to you for 2 fucking
There's no
seconds?
talking, Phil. There's no talking. You should have
Phil,
talked to
watch
me
your
before.
You're, I tried, dude. I tried, dude.
Absolutely.
I tried, man.
After hours of surveillance, Patone attempted to switch apartments, but was caught on security cameras.
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Brattleboro police arrested him without incident and transported him to the Brattleboro Police Department. In Vermont, over 90% of defendants on bail comply with court appearances, making cases like this stand out. Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'll keep you updated as this story develops. For the latest, follow me on social media. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com.
So there we have it. My man Jamie Zargo out here says, man, you play stupid games.
Upwork is my
games,
business
you get
access to the-
stupid prizes. Man, they don't make them like that anymore. He's out here doing the old school thing, bail hunting. So Phil Patone or Patuan or whatever you call him, skipped court, violating his $10,000 bail agreement with Jamie Zargo. And now it's a $25,000 bond. The original charges: cocaine, possession, fentanyl trafficking, driving under suspension, crime with a weapon, violation of release. It was crazy. They were out there all day long trying to bust this guy. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and break it down how the Vermont bail system works, the basics here. And Jamie's in the comments. Okay? Jamie's in the comments. He said, today is June 19th. If this incident was from last night, it should be on June 18th. Yes, it was. Did I say June 19th? It says June 18th on the video. But anyway, so here it goes. Vermont bail system basics. You arrest, you go to booking, you go to arraignment 24 to 48 hours later. The judge's options are personal recognizance, no bail is very common, cash bail, 10% of the felony cases. Or detention, which is very rare, only for like life imprisonment or violent crime with strong evidence. 80% of felony defenders are released for pretrial. Only 10% face cash bail. But a lot of people have more charges and cases that are ongoing in more and more situations. So, say the bail is set at $10,000. You pay the cash, $10,000, to be held at the court for them to release you, or you hire a bail bondsman, such as AAA bail bonds, Jamie Zargo. 10% fee. So on $10,000, you give up $1,000 to Jamie, and then you can be released from the jail. Now, according to Jamie, because some of the sources were not very clear, and I'm sure it makes more sense to other people, if you don't show up to your court date, a.k.a. skipping your bond, then the court is going to notify the bail hunter, okay? A fugitive recovery agent, such as Jamie Zargo. They're going to notify him and give him a date that basically he has to show up and show that he can present this suspect before this date, or the bail bondsman loses the money, the $10,000 that he puts up. Or in some cases, it can be a promise if they have a good working relationship with the court. So Jamie promises the $10,000. If he can't go and find Phil and Phil gets away and doesn't show up to his court date, Jamie's out the $10,000. Agents can arrest fugitives in state. No warrant needed. 13 VSA section 4958. The bondsman guarantees full bail to the court. If the defendant skips, the court notifies of a forfeiture and sets a hearing. The agent must produce the defendant or pay full bail amount. Forfeiture to do so means financial loss. Forfeited bail rarely is returned to the agent, even if the defendant is caught, unless the judge agrees, which rarely ever happens. He says they were not hearing him out for a new thing. It said the 19th. He said, I like that guy. He said, we out here. So, outcomes and issues. Rearrested but doesn't skip. So say you get arrested again. The bail held until the case closes. Guilty covers the fines. Not guilty, it's refunded minus fees. So there's a lot of concern in this state where people complain about people being let out on bail that should not be out. Low bail and weak enforcement may allow repeat offenders. So a lot of times we see stuff where like the standard bail for some bullshit is like $200. We see even as low as $50 for certain charges. And a lot of people get mad and they're like, why are these people continuously let out over and over again? Patone's case is still under investigation. For all you lefties out there, he will still have due process. He will have his day in court. He will have a chance. The revolving door is an issue here in the state of Vermont, which everybody brings up and complains about. Ice, ice, baby. She said, put this incident on the front of Brattleboro Reformer. Whoa, no, reposted this stream. If you're on X, please repost my stream. We're creeping over 125 live viewers. Jay writes, also Vermont, 13 VSA, chapter 229, section 7554. Look at him. Always the professional over here on the Brattleboro News Recap Show. We're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and now the ever more popular X, Elon Musk's X, which is a massive stream and has way more engagement, and we're out here. Blowing up on there. He goes, bag fries for life. Kenneth Capon over in YouTube. If you're on YouTube, consider sending me a sticker or making a contribution along with Facebook. If you're on Facebook, consider tagging some of your friends into the stream and helping support us. Get some more reach. I'm going to tag some people now. Someone just got arrested out on Elliott Street, and I think for a DUI. Don't quote me on that because I'm sure that somebody's going to come in here and cry about it. But I think that it's a good time and that a lot of people, I kind of wanted to go out there and film it. The Planet Hank live show, always controversial. Mark Coaster running for U.S. representative against Becca Balint. And we're going to bring it to her this next election cycle. I was out here. Todd says, what's good, Vermont? This evolutionationism on X reposted it. Huge. Connie LeClaire says, crybabies. Maureen says, I forgot about you. Yeah, we forgot about you too. So, this warning that I'm about to post now is for all you panicking, crying, sad liberals who are over here mostly on Facebook. People are writing it right now. Facebook sucks. Facebook absolutely sucks. But this warning is for you if you are mad about kings, if you are mad about genders, and everything is Hank's fault. Now listen, I'm going to give you every single thing that you want in this stream. So here, this warning is for you. I'm giving you your fix for the day. You want to be mad about something. You can be mad about me. Trigger warning. Creeping up to 150 people live across all platforms. And we're just getting started. We have a hell of a divide in our state. Everybody knows that. This last year, Republicans got a bunch of seats back. Vermont, 6,500 people, 6,500 plus nonprofits is the highest per capita in the U.S. Some tied to protest funding, I ask you, as being a pro-protester goes across and becomes very popular. Burlington's 1,600 protester rally versus the rural towns with 60% Trump vote in 2024. The GOP pushes tax relief, which is funny because everybody, even in Brattleboro, all the lefties are out here bitching about their property taxes going up, while they also picket to spend it all down at fucking groundworks. Defund groundworks, which counters Burlington's activism. X says nonprofits funnel Chinese cash to protests like the No Kings protest. Ties to the Singham's network linger. High taxes, housing costs, $400,000 median home cost in Vermont is ignored for protesters who want to whine. Holly says, I added you on X. Lucas writes, what's up, Hank? You rock, man. F them haters. Keeping it real. Oh, we're keeping it real. Burlington protests Trump, while rural folks want to protest hay prices in a state that has more cows than people. Call to action. Join us at the GOP events. I just was the main speaker again this month at the monthly Windham County GOP meeting. If you were out there, I commend you on your patriotism and listening to your boy Hank rein in the truth like Iranian rockets onto the fine people of my community. Everybody loves some Hank, okay? She says, I switched to Twitch. Meadow writes, that's my dad you were talking about. My dad is Jay Zargo. I'm Meadow Zargo. Big shout out to the Zargo family. Tuning in from YouTube and Facebook. Your dad put in the work last night. So I've got some of the best content available for you guys, and I absolutely love sharing it. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to play some of my very favorite clips, and get us ready for our political segments.
We better stop the war, 'cause ammunition coming mass production. We better stop the war before we lose control. And then we gonna do it all. Ignorant politician, stop the war.
Wow, I love that clip. Gives me goosebumps every time I play it. Blair writes, more cows than people. Know where the profit comes from this state. Hate Trump all you want, but this is a farm-based community. People forget that. Mike O'Brien writes, protest the protesters. Todd, woohoo. We're all firing off tonight. The Planet Hank live show, the greatest live experience on the internet every Thursday night, 8 p.m. I want to take a chance. Let me go ahead and drop some of the finest music and take a chance to talk about the finest people in the land. The King's people. King's Electric. No Kings? We say support King's Electric, the finest electrical contractors in the lands. You know that name's fire after this latest tantrum. King's Electric, in yellow like Trump. Residential and commercial contractors, and the best part is they support your boy Hank. They never gave up on me. They support me through thick and thin. They are the best electrical contractors. Some say the only electrical contractors qualified in the area. Love you guys. Kresge's Alignment over on Canal Street. Get yourself on the Brattleboro News like my man Mike Borio and pull your car in. Get it tuned up and fixed. Rods up in Putney, towing and repair, 24-hour gas station, family-owned business of patriots. Absolutely wonderful people. Get your car put up on a lift, checked out, fixed up. Let's do it. They love Planet Hank and the Brattleboro News. They support me through thick and thin. They don't care if you liberals want to call up and cry. They are God-fearing people, and they don't care about you crying. And my man who's in the chat right now, Mike O'Brien, Mob Pilot Car LLC, towing the biggest towing jobs in the area. You got some big boats or some parts or some machines that need to get hauled, hit my man Mike O'Brien up. He's the latest. He hit me up earlier and was like, hey man, you need some help with some equipment? Or what are we working on? What do you got going on? I want to help. That's the type of sponsor I'm looking for. And of course, your man Hank, speaking at the Republican meetings here in Windham County, on behalf of the greatest political PAC of our age, Real Progress Vermont. We're going to be bringing it real hard to these next elections. We established this time, and now we're building up. They tried to kill us. They tried to take us out, but it only made us stronger. It only made it more fun. We're popping over 200 live viewers. Mark Zuckerberg, we're coming for you. That little meta platform's falling apart. Too much censorship. too much of your lefty BS? Everybody's feelings are such a problem on Facebook. Oh, and I'll tell you what, even the lefties are coming over to X because you can argue, you can name call, you can do whatever you want, and you're not going to get in trouble over on X. You're not going to get banned. Your accounts aren't going to get demonetized. They're not going to take your content down. They allow anybody and everybody to post whatever they want, and it is awesome.
Vermont's $9 billion budget, $9 billion for 600,000 people. Taxes crush us, homes vanish, yet the money's gone. Where is it? Becca Balint, teacher to rumored millionaire in 2 years. Bernie Sanders, Vermont's hero, pockets $1.4 million from Big Pharma, abandoning us for DC glory. $350 million on climate change, zero accountability. $40 million blown on motel vouchers for 1,600 people. Propping up hotels while 6,500 nonprofits drain on your taxes and provide nothing. 212% increase in homeless population, the highest in the country, and costing millions in police response for drug crimes. Sky-high taxes, crumbling roads, and a housing crisis say it's not helping you. They're burning through your budget on bloated salaries and pet projects. Planet Hank is fighting back. Join the movement. Follow along as we expose their corruption. This is the downfall of Vermont.
There you have it. The absolute finest entertainment in the state of Vermont. Man, we're getting screwed over by Becca Balint, Bernie Sanders. Let's talk about it. My man Adam writes, Sergeant Stubble here. Go statewide and I'll sponsor with the business. Bring the fight up to Chittenden County and I'll fight with you. I would love to have you on board. I would absolutely be honored to have you as a sponsor. We will get together and talk about what it takes. And you can join the long list of supporters who are publicly posting and people who are not publicly posting their business logos on there for whatever reason, because the left gets very nasty in this fight. Balint's ex-post, Becca Balint, our U.S. rep, Trump's grant freezes, ICE raids, attempted coups, 80% of her 2024 voters in Burlington. Mahdawi's ICE detention is illegal, according to Sanders, except he was released in June 25. But protest highs are downplayed. Tours with AOC talking about the oligarchy and $15,000 an hour private jets. 50,000 attendees. Becca Balint's out here talking about who's going to wipe our asses up at the Newport immigration talk. Got called out by national news, twisted it on X as elitist. The rural backlash grows. Everybody calls it fake news. I'll tell you like this. There are only basically 3 news sources in the state that you can trust. You got Planet Hank, Brattleboro News, down here in Brattleboro, Vermont. We tell it like it is and bring it. Straight up, bring it full blitz against the liberals. We got Vermont Daily Chronicle. My man Paul Bean and crew up north, Montpelier, giving us all kinds of news, keeping it truthful, GOP-led. And we got FYI Vermont. Other than that, It is a complete left show. 100% bias for leftist ideals and agenda. No proof, but there's no focus on Vermont's 10% property taxes. Sanders is tied to China. He got millions of dollars from Big Pharma, and he got out there and got in that brawl with RFK. Oh, well, they're all from Mina Donas. Bullshit, Bernie. Becca can't help. She says everything that is posted from Trump is propaganda. Everything she says is propaganda. She is out of her mind. She calls everybody Nazis. Jing says, oh, Hank is potentially expanding. Not a bad idea. No one represent us in Vermont. This is bullshit. Bernie and Becca are trash. So the point about talking about these guys and everything that I just said is that there is this split. There's a divide. You got Becca Balint, our house, and you got Bernie, our senator. This is a big problem. Most of Vermont is rural. You got Brattleboro, you got some of these cities and counties that are packed, much like the United States, where you saw at the election with Trump that it's mostly red. And then you get out to the California, LA, Boston, New York, they turn blue in the cities. But everywhere else in the country is red. So it causes this divide, this cultural difference. The culture in downtown Vermont is way different than the culture in the middle of the sticks up in Vermont. He writes, over from X, he writes, out with the swamp monster Becca and in with Mark Coaster. 100%. Mark was at the meeting last night. Mark was getting it done, supporting me, supporting the GOP. I'm sharing the live stream up, letting everybody get in on X because X is blowing up. We're about to go over 200 people just on X. I don't know what they all believe since I got pushed out of that circus, 100%. Switch teams to the real team. Blair writes, we need help. Every time they come up with these ideas, it gets worse and worse and worse. Becca, and even our state senators, you got Becca White, Wendy Harrison, and all of them, all the way down to little Emily Kornheiser's here as our rep. And they do things like push safe injection sites on our communities, push decriminalizing prostitution, decriminalizing drug possession. It's ridiculous. And every single time it blows up in their face, and then they come out with the next BS fad solution that they can go out and fake protest about, and it's disgusting. Beyond Skeptical writes, Mark, get off your alt account. Paula Colburn writes, get them out as X becomes the place to be. One of the things that I wanted to highlight to people, and I talked about it last night at last night's GOP meeting, was basically if you are on, you used to be able to go on social media and sort of like get some news, get some idea of what was happening. And it's gotten ridiculous lately. It has gotten so censored over on Meta platforms, they virtually ignored the LA riot situation. They pretended like it did not exist. But over on X, like Elon Musk says, X is the media now. X is where the news is because the mainstream media sources are bought and paid for by foreign influencers. You can't trust them anymore. And I think that's true. They have all kinds of agendas. They have all kinds of dollars coming in and out of Qatar, coming out of Israel, coming out of wherever, Russia, Germany, China. All these countries want to send money through PACs, through nonprofits, through donations, through third parties to try to get a little bit of their spin into the messaging that is in those news sources. You can still watch some stuff on there. They covered the protests, but it was nowhere near what you could find from independent citizen journalists on X and honestly on TikTok, which the president extended the 90-day ban for in order to make a better deal. So check out this video. If you're over on Facebook and you're trapped by Zuckerberg and you've been censored, you have not had a chance to see this.
Anti-American riots break out across the country. Violent terrorists attack police and soldiers. Who is funding these terrorists? Who will stand up against the mob? Now is the time to fight for our country as they try and destroy everything we have built. Take back our country. Gavin Newsom is a traitor. Stand with America and stand with our troops. Leftists have gone too far this time. It's time we all stand together and unite this country once and for all. Do not be fooled by radical leftists. They are the enemy. We will fight off this uprising and defeat their anarchy. Attacking federal officers while they carry out their jobs is terrorism, and it won't be tolerated.
Who is funding these illegal aliens who are coming in with this very professional riot gear? It's a question everyone in this room who cares about truth should be asking, and we encourage your help in trying to get to the bottom of that.
Yes, I love that video. It gives me goosebumps watching it. And like, I'm telling you, you are being sold out. Your politicians, your media sources, your social medias. A lot of people are stuck over on Facebook just because they've always been on there and they get used to it. I'm telling you like this, it's time for a change. Welcome to the freedom. Paula Coburn writes, I agree 100%, Hank. You can help make the change Vermont needs. Paula Colburn's son was the victim of a murder on Flat Street in Brattleboro, where Levatus stabbed him in the chest with a large knife, killing him last summer. Aaron Barger writes, stop asking me to buy your premium unless there's beep. You watch your filthy mouth. How about that? And for people who don't believe that their claimed solution, nonprofits, shady money, Becca Balin and Bernie Sanders funded and sponsored nonprofit solution scam is not working, this video right here is for you.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be right here.
Huh?
How are you doing? Hey. I hope you're doing good.
Bad.
Yo, Kareem scared me though. Okay.
Tiger Lily.
Could I be on your website? I know, I'm probably late to a meeting or something. I'm trying to do good.
Cap that needle.
Can't scare me. It's true, thank you.
Cap, put that bag down.
Yes.
Do you not see what you're doing? Girl, you're freaking out.
I'm not freaking out. I can't be doing anything. That's why I was doing something. Alright, I gotta get cleaned up. Well, thank you for being respectful.
Wipe that shit down.
Yes.
Oh. No. Put your bag down. Wipe that shit off. Take care of yourself. Look at you. You're bleeding everywhere.
Okay.
Yikes, Tiger Lily. What do we got to do with you?
I'm healthy. Probably make sure I get to my appointments on time because I got my housing straightened out again.
Okay.
Laura and I are friends again. Okay. We're nice. I'm a restaurant and a restaurant.
They say it doesn't happen. That it's not the truth. Nobody's out in the streets just shooting up. I thought that if we had groundworks and I thought if we had Turning Point and all of this and the needle exchange that everything was going to be fixed. What happened? Why isn't she at the shelter? Why isn't she at a meeting? Why isn't she using a clean needle? Why? Because those were only the lies they tell you so that they could get paid. Now, that, my friends, is the problem with nonprofits, is there's no oversight. There's no oversight. How do you make sure that the millions of dollars getting funneled through these nonprofits doesn't end up being spent on community outreach, a.k.a. activism, politics, protesting, everything except for what they were campaigning for the money for in the first place? Because I'll tell you right now, she is no trespass from Groundworks. I have the paperwork. A whole entire stack of people are no trespass from Groundworks. They do not want to fix your problems. They want to get paid millions of dollars. That's what they are all about. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to switch into one of the absolutely finest videos. You guys, I'm telling you like this, you are going to piss yourselves laughing. This is hilarious. I am proud of this video. This went down last Saturday, at the No Kings protest. And I'll tell you like this. You know who was not at the protest? Was any of the homeless people, any of the drug abusers, any of the people the nonprofits got paid to tell you that they were going to help. None of those people care. It's a bunch of spoiled old ladies driving their $40,000, $50,000 hybrid cars, wearing their Tevas, wearing North Face jackets, getting their hair done with their salt and pepper, skipping bingo, doing whatever they need to do to go out there and bitch about Trump, because it was never about getting help to the people who need it. It was about making themselves the solution, them being the hero. Them being over another class of people. They are wearing compassion like an accessory. They are protesting to virtue signal. They are embarrassing. And hence why we are embarrassing them. Okay? And now I want you all to mash up the approvals and the hearts, because this is my gift to you. Everybody who got sick and tired of the No Kings BS that blew up across the country and had this huge thing, just know, Hank strikes back.
So I had a chance to go to the No Kings protest on the Brattleboro Commons in my town of Brattleboro, Vermont this past weekend. And oh boy, were there a lot of our very best professional protesters out in force. They emptied the old folks' home, they skipped bingo, and they were spending their Social Security bucks to strike down the King of America, in their eyes, Donald Trump.
How much yen did that camera cost?
Right wing.
They had no idea what they were talking about, but oh boy, were they yelling it loudly. They marched up and down the street. They banged on drums.
China?
Not China, nope.
How much yen did you get for this?
Unless you guys want to be on Planet Hank, keep moving.
They held up signs and they waddled all the way up to the Brattleboro Commons, where they went to the gazebo and yelled a bunch of nonsense blither to each other that they all cheered for, and still nothing happened and nothing changed. Trump was still their president and will be so for 3.5 more years until we elect J.D. Vance. In a very spectacular moment, the event organizer announced me as the local celebrity counter-protester.
Bro, I would be wearing that right
Hi,
now.
I just want to introduce everyone to one of our local celebrity counter protesters. This is Hank.
Little gross.
Hank.
Yeah.
Hi, Hank.
Yes!
Hank, I want to welcome you.
And I came running out front with my MAGA hat and my American flag and declared there's only one king, Jesus Christ.
But I also want to let everyone here know you do not need to answer him when he talks to you. You do not need to respond.
Don't answer me!
And all we do will be against us.
Boo this man!
So he is the ghost he is, and let us enjoy the amazing energy we have. I'm so proud of you.
And they all cheered for me. Some people yelled, F you! And I started locating some of the other people who have been featured in some of my counter-protesting videos. One thing I always tell them is it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go when the video comes out.
I'm so proud of you.
One king!
God bless America!
One king!
Everyone bless America! This is Flag Day. This is the Army's birthday, and we all celebrate together.
Yes!
I want to give you back.
That was awesome. Thank you. Oh, it's
Thank you.
Remember her?
So we've been
I located several of our former stars on some of my Planet Hank content.
It's you.
It's me.
It didn't go so well for you guys last time, did it?
Trump was right about everything. And one gentleman was extremely drunk, and he stunk like alcohol, and he kept trying to debate with me, even though he kept digging himself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole.
You smell like alcohol.
That's okay.
Okay. Let's just document that to start.
Sure.
How many shots have you had this morning?
Just one. Don't worry about it.
No, that's not one shot.
I don't care.
That's one bottle.
Whatever. I offered to buy him some soap or some deodorant so he could wash his face, get some of the crusties off of his eyes.
Do wash your face. Do you need me to help you purchase some mouthwash, deodorant?
I'm not going to participate in this, man.
I know.
He claims he only had one shot of hard liquor before the protest, but the stink detector determined that was a lie.
You was on the video last time.
I was.
He got me lots of views. So did you. You sounded like an idiot.
Let's not pass judgment over who's the idiot or who's not.
Like the drunk guy.
Fuck you. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too.
So as I rained on their parade and asked them how much yen they were paid.
That's right. We're all Americans. Don't get so mad. I will pray for you.
Their facial expressions
told the true story that they were mad and they're angry at Trump and at Hank, and everything is Hank's fault. And I had a wonderful time signing up to get Isaac Evan Franz and Oscar Heller to remove Donald Trump and J.D. Vance for crimes against the Constitution. You heard it here. The Brattleboro Select Board is going to take out the presidency. They mad, we happy again. And the good thing about this protest is it's over just in time for us all to go home and watch that parade at 6 p.m.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Thank you.
For America and for the Select Board. It was such a great time, and we look forward to watching you guys make fools of yourselves again. That's the biggest dick out here. Jesus. Holy crap. Make sure you follow me on X. I'll be posting all my protest content and showing you just how uninformed these No Kings protesters really are. Yo, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I loved making that one. I have such a great time going out there. They think they're so smart. Every time they try to talk, it's just the dumbest crap comes out of their mouths. They think they go and watch the news and think that they've learned and think that they're so smart. They are not smart. June 14th, 2025 goes down with 30 plus No Kings protests in Vermont. 16,000 people, according to them, of course, which, whatever. It was a lot. It's a bunch of old ladies. There's quoting that 4 million people nationwide went out to whine about Trump. They think that it's such a takedown to us. If you go back in my lives before the election, I said, I cannot wait to see you people crying in the street when Trump is your president. The 50-51 movement, Reddit born, skipped D.C. for a local focus. X claims Soros, Walmart, and China funded it, with money upwards of $20 million being donated. China, Iran ties to raise eyebrows. Why the chatter? Burlington's progressive core versus rural skepticism. 30 protests in a state of 650,000. And here's the thing. Why did the town of Brattleboro only charge them $50? That was dumb. We're looking for ways to increase revenue, to decrease the increase in taxes. We got the select board head, Elizabeth McLaughlin, saying we should charge for cat licenses. That's how we'll fix our budget problem. But what we'll do is we'll let this huge event go and charge them $50. They charged them $50 to use the commons, and then the town paid $900+ per hour for the police to go down there and make sure that they were all safe, that they were safe and sound, to celebrate Donald Trump being their king and how they don't want him to be their king, but he is the king, or we don't want him to be, but is he the king, or whatever. 16,000 people packed in, too busy to crown their king of patchouli oil, their dirty flannel shirts, just golden crowns. I loved that video. I absolutely loved it. And what was so funny to me is that the people from the videos from the last hands-off protest, which went viral, and they all got so pissed at me about, they all learned their lesson last protest and shut up, especially that Deb Grossman. She was like, she's the one who did he didn't get shot in the ear. Where's the scab? Like, yep, he did get shot in the ear. And you sound like a complete TDS libtard, and it's hilarious. He says, shout out to Hank and the one true king, Jesus Christ. Jeff Bush says, you mean they didn't organize that all on their own? Yeah, I wonder. And so now I heard that they have Jack Shady Grady. What up? Jeff Bush. Big shout out to Jeff Bush, our Native American sponsor, for all you liberals out there who think that we're terrible people. There he is. We get the pass. Beyond Skeptical, X needs to laugh emojis during the lives. Yes, they do. Jeff Bush writes, King Hank. So they came out in 5051, the big protest nonprofit that funnels money from China and everybody else in order to do community outreach, a.k.a. activism and protesting and politics. They announced a new protest, the Good Trouble protest. Ridiculous. So we are born into the times of the protest industry. The protest industry is upon us. Big protest is here. Sign supplies, costumes, tissues, and Kleenex stocks. You might want to invest in Kleenex. He said you lost the star button. Yes, Facebook is mad. They are mad that Hank is becoming a king. We are over 300 live viewers. X is blowing up. Facebook is on the way out because Mark Zuckerberg is obsessed with teardrops and feelings and censorship and being mad about the GOP. Brenda writes, I love following you, as do several thousand other people who absolutely love me, and the people at the No Kings protest could not seem to understand that. They kept saying, everybody hates you. Everybody hates you. And let me tell you, I think that couldn't be further from the truth. I think everybody loves me. Even them. Even the globalists. Even the people who are too triggered to function in reality. They absolutely love your man, Planet Hank. They're out there watching everything that I do. They're watching me drop the Brattleboro news, the absolute finest news in the state of Vermont. No Kings protest. Some of those people were alive when there were still kings to be worshipped. What is the left going to do in the next 5 years when 25% of their base passes away and everybody else is young enough to understand and make their own decision for themselves and choose Trump every single time? Every single time, choosing Trump. Say no more, fam. She says, please don't play the Fever Dream video. James Henderson says, what up, Hank? We're out here. People are filing in. The greatest podcast available for your viewing pleasure. We need a balance, and Brattleboro has zero.
Hank, 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 Hank. Always Hank. Can't escape him, even in here. They think this jacket stops me. They're wrong. In my mind, it's a runaway train, and guess who's driving? It's Hank. His smile, his walk, the way he breathes, it's all I see. It's maddening. They tell me to let go, to forget, like it's that simple. He's under my skin, I can't scratch him out. I see his face in the cracks on the wall. I hear him in the dripping faucet. He haunts my dreams. I think of him when I'm alone. Food, water, air. Who needs them? I'm fueled by Hank. I'm consumed by Hank. He is my everything. I love how he doesn't even know I'm alive. I'm trapped by him. Please free me, Hank. Hank, 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 Hank. I hate him and I'm confused because I love him. Hank, 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 Hank.
And we know you love that video right there. That is one of the finest videos ever created. So let's talk about a few things. June 12th, 2025, Israel hits Iran's nuclear sites. Shit is going down in the Middle East, including the Fordo uranium enrichment facility buried in the mountain. Fordo's enriching up to 60% purity, close to weapons grade. Trump's eyeing the GBU-57, a 3,000-pound bunker buster, but the Pentagon whispers say only a tactical nuke might fully take it out. June 19th, the press secretary Caroline Leavitt quoted Trump saying, based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks. Let's watch.
Now, regarding the ongoing situation in Iran, I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks. That's a quote directly from the president for all of you today. So
Caroline Leavitt out there killing it. We absolutely love her. She is killing it at that position. Quoting Trump, saying that he's going to negotiate for 2 more weeks. But if you know anything about Tucker Carlson and InfoWars over here on X shouting, no war, calling Trump complicit in Israel's strikes, says no proof of Iran's nukes, and had a meltdown. There's been a bunch of MAGA people having meltdowns, talking about how people are pushing regime change. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, like, oh, and it was so funny because Laura Loomer, she's out there on Loomer Unleashed saying that Tucker was funded by Qatari cash and posted a bunch of stuff. And now all the lefties on all these stuff are so mad about Trump, it's almost as if they're being pro-Iran, which makes no sense because we all heard them spend the last 2 years crying about Ukraine and how terrible Russia is. And Russia is a big sponsor of Iran. Iran is backed by Russia. So if you are against a war versus Russia and Ukraine, but somehow you are taking the side of Iran in this big Trump-Iran-Israel thing, you're sort of ass backwards. You sort of got it all mixed up. And why? Why are you doing this? And it only is one reason. You don't care about war. You are mad about Trump. You want Iran to win now because you want to make America and you want to make Trump look bad. And that is some TDS, Trump derangement syndrome at its finest, and you people are batshit crazy. Insane. Hypocrisy, selective outrage, virtue signaling, all of the same. China is snapping up 90% of Iran's oil. Ex-chatter claims Beijing is funding U.S. protests to distract from the Middle East. No hard proof, but it's trending. And here's what I'm going to tell you. It's time to wait and let Trump do the job that you elected him for instead of becoming a freaking panicking. Instead of just throwing a tantrum, talking about no new wars and all of this crap. We get it. You don't think Trump gets it? He's the one who said it. He's the one who gave you that idea. No new wars. But if Iran has a fucking nuclear missile and is about to drop it on somebody, that's a problem. Somebody needs to do something about that. And they're like, oh, well, he's going back on his campaign problems. No, he's not. Well documented that he has been saying the whole time Iran cannot have the biggest sponsor of terrorism in the world. Iran can never have a nuclear missile. She said, it just stepped up, though. China is flying cargo ships out in front of Iran at this moment. If you look at oil futures and inventory, it is blatantly obvious Iran was selling oil on the black market. Oh boy, look at what Jinxie writes. She writes, I don't like Trump. You are shameful. You should be embarrassed. She said, but you couldn't pay me to switch up on my morals and beliefs just to spite him, which is crazy that people are doing that. The liberals chose Iran in Trump's first term. After Trump killed the Iranian general, they felt sorry for the general. They do it every time. Trump has got Iran sweating. But Vermont's stressing about cows sneaking into Canada. Milk that for a quick chuckle. Get in the game. What do you think we should do? Put it in the comments. Do you think that we should smash Fordo with a bunker buster? A tactical nuclear bomb? Do you think that we should negotiate? Personally, I think that we should bring the Ayatollahs to the White House and sit them in those same seats with Trump, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. Have them sit in that office and have them roast them and make fun of them and yell at them and throw them out like they did to the South Africans and to Zelensky and everybody else. That's the best podcast in the world. The White House podcast, where they go in there and roast and talk shit. That's where it needs to be made. Bring them in there, say it to their face, and see what happens. So it was rumored that Iran wanted to come to the table and come to the White House and make a deal with Trump. Negotiate. That's right. Put it in the comments. We'll put up what you are saying in the comments. Ludwig writes, Iran used to be a nice place back in the 60s. Why can't we go back to that? 100%. The problem with the regime change method is, as we've seen in the Middle East so many times, we don't do that so well. And it can get worse. And it takes forever, and it's political, and. Israel over here trying to prompt Trump to do shit, and we all know, and this is why I didn't like how Tucker and InfoWars, even though I watch them and love those guys, and tons of other Republicans and rhinos and everybody was immediately panicking about this and saying no new wars and going wild on the topic. Like, we get it. I get it. But I don't believe that Trump is going to do some crazy invasion George Bush shit. They literally are posting images of Trump as George Bush. That's not going to happen. If Trump does anything, he's going to bomb the fuck out of them in like 2 days and be done with this. He is not going to go and slow roll and do some big drawn out ground war bullshit. He's not. Absolutely won't happen. You heard it here. Mark this clip right now of me saying it. That won't happen. Nope. The most he's going to do is bomb the hell out of the nuclear facilities. And I think that he's going to make a deal with them and they're going to tear them down and prove they're torn down and have inspectors go in. That's what I think is going to happen. It's ridiculous. Their choice is either have a huge war and get bombed or don't have a nuke and get rich from China. It's a no-brainer. Just stop freaking out about Israel. Stop funding terrorism. Stop having a war, and you won't have to deal with a war. He said they definitely should have the roast. Trump is the roast master. That was some of the best content we ever had, was the president of South Africa coming there thinking that he was going to get some money or get a handout, and Trump sat him there and roasted him about having a white genocide. And then when Zelensky tried to talk to him, and they literally, J.D. Vance yelled at him, and they told him to go buy a suit and threw him out of the office. That was hilarious. We need more of that. She said, I still don't see why everybody thought Bush was such a threat. Dude nearly got taken out by a pretzel on live TV. Said, stop believing conspiracy theories, but they're fun. Patriots of Vermont, I'm calling on you now to warn you of corruption, of scandal, of betrayal during every vote. Becca Balint, Peter Welch, Bernie Sanders have sold you out. They voted against the HALT Fentanyl Act, flooding your communities with 85% cheaper drugs. They decriminalized narcotics. There's no treatments. We are exposing the corrupt leftist politicians who have infiltrated our state and destroyed our potential. Join me. Fight back. Stand up for yourselves. Do what's right for the state of Vermont. Do what's right for our children. It's time that we come together and kick these people out of our state. Join me, Planet Hank, in fighting back, fighting for Vermont, fighting for America, fighting for our children's futures. We have to turn this around before it's too late. Crime rates and drug usage rates in the state of Vermont are out of control, and they have tried to defund the police every step of the way. Fight back with me, become a patriot, and let's get this done for the Green Mountain State, because it's the right thing to do for Vermont and for America. That is the absolute finest video in the state. Join me as we fight back against the BS. Everybody's tired of it. But right now, we're going to do our favorite part. As we creep over 300 viewers on X, I want you all to put up 3 dog emojis in the chat. For my man Marco, he is going to get the finest bone in all of, and let me take this out of here so that you guys can. There we go. 3 dog emojis. I need 3 people to put 3 dog emojis so that my man Marco can get his fine bone. The mascot of the Brattleboro News recap show, the Planet Hank live show, creeping over 165 live viewers, 365 live viewers, my bad. Much larger than any other show. There we go. They gave it to you. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. There he goes. He's feeling so much better. What a wonderful dog. What a wonderful podcast we're having tonight. We absolutely love the support that we get from all of you guys. And we're starting to figure this out. We're starting to figure it out that the reality of the Planet Hank live show and what the problem's been the whole time was Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, mad about Trump, censoring us, trying to keep us down. And X is going to take us over the top. And why? Why is X going to do that? The greatest podcast of them all, the Planet Hank live show, Thursday night, 8 p.m., every single week. We are fighting back, and stay tuned. And if you're not on your X account yet, you need to get on X. And I'll give you a little hint. If you're having a hard time getting followers or you're not figuring out how to get it going, you need to comment on large accounts that have tons of followers. You need to comment on their posts. That's always what I hear from people who are on Facebook who don't understand. You need to comment on large accounts. So go on, follow the White House, follow politicians, follow huge influencers, Tucker Carlson, InfoWars, even some lefties. Follow them because underneath the comments, a lot of times you're going to see the opposition. So you go to a big lefty account and you look in the comments and there'll be tons of Trump supporters and vice versa. On big Trump accounts, go in the comments, there'll be tons of liberals. Then you need to comment on those topics in those threads. Start engaging with people. Start an argument. Start a conversation. Comment your thoughts about someone else. And that's how people will locate your account and you will start to grow followers very quickly. That is the key. A lot of people think you're going to post something and it's going to go viral. That is not how it's done. It is not. You comment, you engage on large other posts, and people will repost your comments. People will agree with you. People will argue with you. That's how you get followers. The Planet Hank live show, the absolute finest entertainment. Take back Vermont. And here's my new slogan. Make Vermont America again. Because it's been getting weird out here, and the No Kings swamp things have been freaking out across the state, and we're sick of them.